Okay guys, so welcome back. In today's video we are going to carry on working with our cube sliding game. I think that's what's called now. We changed the movement of the cube, which meant we also had to change the name, but we're going to revert it back later on hopefully. But today's video we are going to work on finishing up two things. The first one is finishing up our our button, the button platform that we started working on yesterday. We didn't quite get that working correctly. That's also mainly because we also have to make our moving platform, which is the second thing we're going to be doing today. So once we've made our moving platform, which we'll probably do first, we can go and then link the two together, as well as make sure our button platform actually works. So we'll start by creating a platform for our moving platform, and then we also need to make a target platform. So it's not going to, there's going to be nothing there, but we're going to be using it as a reference to where we want our platform to move to. It's just a lot easier than having to specify and try and figure out where our destination for our moving platform is going to need to be for every level. So to make it a lot easier, all we're going to do is we're going to pretty much just duplicate the moving platform, but it's not, well, not really. It's going to be a normal platform that you can't see basically. So we're going to disable it, but it's still going to be in there. It's not going to have any 3D object or any colliders on it. It's just going to be like a reference point for our target position. So we'll do that, and we will start by doing our moving platform. So let's go and make the prefabs first. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up our level, actually our prefabs. Here we have a few platforms. So let's just go and duplicate one of them. So we can copy and paste our red platform, and then we can rename it. So let's open this up. So this is going to be our moving platform. Rename it. Okay, and then we could change the color of it just so that we know what it does. So let's make it a little bit yellowish. You can make it whatever color you want, but we'll make it yellow for now. And then what else do we want to do? We want to actually, let's go and make another material for it, because by changing this color, it's going to change the material, not well, I don't know if it's going to change the material on our other platforms, but we'll go and duplicate it, and then we'll change this one to the yellow, and then we'll change this to yellow. And then we can drag this onto here, like that. So that's, or I don't know if you have to remove that. Can we just drag it on? Nope. Let's go and remove this, reset it, and then we can drag that onto there. Nope. I'll drag it into that's where we go. Okay, so that's going to make our platform yellow. So that's what we want. Now, what we have to do is let's go and duplicate our moving platform. And this one, we're going to open that up, and this is going to be our target location. And then we'll rename that. So on this target location, we don't want I don't think we want a mesh renderer. So we don't want that. So let's just go and get rid of that completely. Remove that. We don't want a collider because we want the moving platform to move into it. So we can go and remove that. We don't need a sphere collider. And I don't think we need a rigid body. So let's remove that for now. And we also don't need a platform detector. So pretty much this is just going to be, also I don't think we need that. So let's go and remove that. Okay, so that's fine. So basically this is just a reference point to where we want our platform to move to, if that makes sense. So we'll save that. So now we have that. We can go and set this out in our level. So let's make a level here. And what is this red platform? Why do these have... Did we not save that material? So we didn't put this back. So this needs to be red. There we go. So there's our platforms that are red. So I'm going to move this one this way a little bit, just to demonstrate how the moving platform is going to work. Let's go ahead and bring it in. So we have a moving platform here, which is yellow. So this needs to be at 0. First of all, that needs to be at 2, and then this needs to be at 1. And then this we can go and put over here. So we'll round that off to about 3. And then 0, 0. Okay, so that's fine. So now you can see that here we have to try and make our way from the start platform here, which is the pink one, all the way to the green one, but we can't get across. And if we were to go, well, we can't really go diagonally because I think we've restricted the movement to only allow one input until the cube has moved. So that stops you from going diagonally, which is correct because we want the player to have to move this platform, and to do that they would have to stand or move the cube onto our button platform, which is this one. And then from there, once they've moved the cube onto there, that should then trigger our moving platform to slide into place here, which then allows the cube to move across into our finished platform. And then obviously that will then trigger our our next level. So that is how that works. Now let's see, on our moving platform, let's go and open this up, because on this platform, on this moving platform, we need to add a script onto it, and that is going to be moving platform. So we can go and actually we'll leave that on there. Just actually let's remove it. We don't really need it right now, but for now let's go and say moving platform, create that new script, and then we can add some code in our update method that will allow it to move. So let's go and open that up. Where is it? So let's go edit that. So here we're going to need our update method, and we're going to need a few other, we'll need one other method and a few references. Okay, so the first one is going to be a, what is it going to be? It's private float, and then we want a time. Let's go and say duration. Actually, let's go and say movement duration. So that is going to do exactly what it says. So that is going to tell us how long we want it to take for our platform, our moving platform, to move from where it is in the initial position to our target location. So we'll set it at 1 for now. So that should take 1 second to move from point A to point B. What else do we need? We need a position. So we need the current position. So let's go and say private vector 3. This is going to be initial. That's going to be initial position. Okay, and then what do we need to do? Actually, let's bring back our start method. So let's go and say start. Why is that not auto-completing? There we go. Okay, so in here we can go and say initial position is going to be equal to transform dot position. So that should give us like a what is it? A reference to where the moving platform is currently at when the game starts, or in this case when the level starts. So whenever the level is loaded into the scene, the script will be called because the script is attached to our moving platform. And whenever that gets instantiated, it is going to call it straight away. So that's fine. So what else do you need? We need a reference to the target location, and that is going to be a serialized field. So let's go and say serialized field, because this we can drag in. So this is going to be transform target location. So let's go and move this into place. So, oh, we actually forgot to put our target location in. So let's go, obviously our target location is this one, and this one needs to be over here. So let's see, transform, we can round this off. That's going to be 1, that's going to be 0, and then that's going to be 0. X needs to be 2. Okay, so that's fine. And because the target location is the exact same size as a platform, that's why it's in the middle. So if we were to add in a what's called a mesh renderer onto our target platform like we originally had, you would see that it would fill up this entire square over here. So that's fine. That is going to allow us to move our platform from there into this position. So now that we have our moving platform here, we can go and drag in our moving target, not our moving target, our target location into that reference. So that should be fine. Now that should work. Now we need to go and program all of this. So we're going to need another method, and this is going to be a private void. This is going to be move platform. In fact, this needs to be public because this is going to be called from our button platform script. So when we go and instead of printing this out, we're just going to call that method. So that's fine. So let's see. Actually, let's do this now quickly, because for now we'll do the serialized field. Actually, we can probably just do this forever, because I don't think we'll get to the point where we'll make our levels from text in the series. I think we'll just make a few levels as prefabs and then we can load them in like that. So because we'll make them ourselves manually, we can just go drag and drop in the references to all the other scripts. So this needs to be a reference to our moving platform. So let's type in moving platform, and then instead of saying print button pressed, we can go and say moving platform dot move platform. So that should be fine. Okay, so let's go and back to our moving platform. Now in our moving platform here, this is where we want to go and do a few things. Now we need a timer because this is going to happen within a second. We need to keep track of where we are at in that second, as well as where our moving platform is. So for that, we need to create another float. So this will be a private, let's make it up here just to keep things tidy. Private float. This is going to be our movement timer, and that's going to be set to 0. Okay, so move platform. Whenever we go and move our platform, we need to set that to 0. So we can go and say movement timer is going to be equal to 0. And then we also need to set, we're gonna need to, because we're gonna move our platform in our update method. Update is called every frame, so we don't want our platform to constantly be moving every frame. So we need a Boolean that is going to tell us when we should move our platform, as well as when we shouldn't move our platform. So let's go and create a private bool is moving, and we'll set that equal to false, because we only want that to be true when we move our platform. So when we call our move platform method, that means we obviously want our platform to move. So let's go and set that to true. So is moving is equal to true. Okay, so now in our update method, we are going to have an if statement, and in here we're going to say if is moving, go and do whatever is in here. So only if the cube is told to move, in other words, we go and press on the button, and that triggers is moving to equal to true, then execute the code that's going to be inside this for loop, well, not for loop, this if statement. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense, and hopefully this will work. So there is a few things that we need to do in here. So what we need to do is, because we want our cube to move from point A to point B within the second, in real time, we need to go and update our movement timer. So we need to keep track of where we are within the second. So here we can go and say movement timer is going to be equal to time dot delta time. So that should update it. So when that equals I believe it's 1, it should have the cube or moving platform should have reached the end of, or should have reached the target location. So it should end up where we want it to, which is going to be the target location. Okay, so what's next? The next thing we need to do is we need to go and what are we going to do? We need to go and move it. So let's go and say transform dot position is going to be equal to a vector 3 dot, I think we're going to be using the lerp method or function, whatever it's called. And then in here we need, I think the first one is our current location, which will make sense. It's going to move from point A to point B. So this is going to be our initial position. Then next comes our target. So target location. And then it needs a float, which is, what's the float that we need? So let's see what this is. Okay, so let's just look this up quick. I forgot what this needs. Where's Google? Oh, actually, I remember what this needs. So this needs a progress to tell it where it is. So we can go and say, I think we can just say float, because I think it's, yeah, it is a float, because let's just double check. Invalid show. Okay, whatever. Float progress is going to be equal to math f dot, this is going to be clamp, and then we need our movement timer divided by our movement duration. Okay, so that needs to be clamp 01. Oh, okay, let's replace that. That needs to be clamp 01. Okay, so that should be fine. And then we can go and add in our progress in there. Okay, so let's see. This needs to be target location dot position, because that's just a transform. So we need to get the location off of that. All right, so the next thing we need to do is we need to go and test it out. So let's go and see what we get by doing this. Hopefully our level loads in correctly. Actually, this is not going to work because we haven't fixed our button. So let's go and do that quick. So where is that? In our button prefab, let's see. So we have this button platform, as well as we have this platform detector script. So I'm going to change a few things in our platform detector script. So I'm going to remove our button platform because we don't really need it. And it's also going to destroy, what am I saying? It's going to destroy, or it's going to give us errors later on, because every platform in the game was now going to need a reference to our button platform, which is not what we want. So we're going to make a completely new script and attach that to our button platform. Actually, we can probably just do it in here. So let's go and test it out. Let's go and say on, actually, first of all, let's see which one is this attached to. So we need one attached to, let's go and get rid of that first, because we don't need that there. We need our button platform script attached to our cube. So let's go and copy component, and then as well as that, we can go and remove it, and then we can go and paste it on here. So paste component is new. So that should, okay, so that's fine. Now we can go and do this. So on our button platform script, we can go and say on trigger enter, and then we can simply say pressed, just simply call that method. So hopefully that should work. And it should also set that to be our button, actual square button, the white one, to be false, so we won't be able to see it, as well as it should trigger our moving platform to move. So as long as we move our moving platform into there, we now should be able to see our moving platform move. So let's give this a test and see. Hopefully it moves. Okay, so there we have it. We have our moving platform moving from point A to point B, and then that also now gives us access to move onto our end platform. But yeah, we haven't really implemented the gravity in the game, so at the moment we don't really need, what am I doing? You don't really need the platform to move, but later on when we implement the gravity, if you had to move across that gap, the cube would simply fall straight down there. So at least we've got it working for now, and later on we can start working on our gravity. So that surprisingly went really well. We got that working without any errors, and yeah, next episode we can probably start working on gravity, hopefully, or we might actually work on a teleporting platform, so it teleports you from, actually I think we've done that already. Yeah, we've got, no, I feel like we've done that because we've got our script, our teleporting script. But yeah, we'll probably go back to our teleporting script and try and get that working. So that's it for today's video. So thanks for watching. If you made this far, please do give this video a like, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. But there, that's it for today. So thanks for watching again, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's episode. So enjoy the rest of the day, and goodbye.